Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
And coming into this game, Grant. Is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. Knipple out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Murray, and it's Mitchell in at the 2.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Here's Gobert after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. Inside. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And it's Houston's ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. And Washington with possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Back to Mitchell. Let's go with a 3. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist by Mitchell.
The confidence on full display. Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
Hart with a screen on Gordon. And here's Butler outside. And Houston, another 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Mitchell. Back to Murray. And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On the wing, Mitchell. Butler covering.
As hard-nosed as they come, Butler forces you to do extra to score against them.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
Yeah, and they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Houston has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Daniels. Houston working the ball around. Screen by Edey. Down low. And stolen by Gobert. And it's Washington on the break. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down?
Outside Hart. Screen by Edey. Outside Hart. 6 to shoot. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Goes up at the stripe. And there are the Wizards with another bucket.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
The 3. The rebound by Edey.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Black outside. Pass to Butler. Over Murray. Here's Edey. The shot off that time. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Here's Knipple. Black defending. They get the rebound. Outside for Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Please give a big round of applause for your next team.
And Houston making a change here. Sarge checked in.
Let's hear it. Get loud.
Rockets trail by 3. Black outside. Outside Hart. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Washington.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Outside Murray. To the paint. Here's Knipple. 5 to shoot. Hart against Murray. Hart pulls it in. For Houston, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Butler surveying the floor. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, nice defensive instincts on display there from Knipple. Good to see him come away with the block.
Houston making some changes. Cornette comes in for Hart, and it's Christian Brown in for Butler. And a change for the Wizards. Bridges is checked in. Now here's Murray. Gobert with it. Picked up by Cornette. Pass to Gordon. Outside Murray. Shoots from the line. And he can't get that one. Rockets trail by 3. On the wing, Brown. Checked by Mitchell. Daniels outside. To the inside. Gordon with a steal. Left side, Murray. It's Bridges on the wing. Pass to Gobert. Count it. Good. Gobert's got 6 points.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Ellis is checked in for Daniels. Here's Black. No made baskets yet. Back to Brown to win the drought. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. They set a pick. Three-pointer, Bridges. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Cornette. Now Sar. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
So let's head to the sidelines. We've got some news on Zach Edey. Allie, what have you heard?
Thanks. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Okay, Allie, thanks. This injury certainly looks like it could be serious.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Brian, back to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Cornette. After the basket by Washington. Pass to Brown. Back to Cornette. And that's a foul called on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Champagny, he's checked in for the Rockets.
In for Houston, number 31, Chester.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Here's Dosunmu. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Brown. Not a lot of room. Lays it up and banks it in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Poeltl. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. And here's Dosunmu. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Black. Ellis outside. Here's Black. Cornette at the post. Low block shot. Second chance shot. Here's Champagny. And the three-pointer goes.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Cassell. There's the drive. Uneasy, 2 on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And here's Brown. Beyond the arc. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Wizards up 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Washington?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Zach Edey out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Keon Ellis. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Champagnie at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. To the middle. Here's Ellis. Here's Hart. Rebound Washington.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Well, Grant, this is the third season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And Houston making a change here. Butler's checked in.
Jimmy Butler.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Missed it. 3 for 6 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Murray against Daniels. Steps back. Murray inside. Good D by Daniels.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Screen by Edey. Fires, top of the key. Houston with another miss. Wizards leading by 7. And he lobs it up to the rim. Daniels outside. Pass to Ellis. And there's the screen. From downtown, drills it from deep. Ellis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Picked by Gobert. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Back to Gordon. Washington needs to get off a shot. And Edey with a block. Outside Butler. Daniels outside. Screen by Edey. Down low. And stolen by Gobert. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Champagnie. To the inside. Edey, that's good.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Washington. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Next drive, it's all good. Everybody get down.
Checked in for Edey.
On the floor for your Rockets, number 20, Alexander Song.
Here's Sarr. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Daniels outside. Pass to Butler. Up and over Gordon. The shot by Butler, no good. Washington leading by 4. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time, but what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little. Just showing off his eye for finding open teammates. Knipple is no selfish rookie.
Outside Butler, back to Ellis. To the paint, and stolen by Gobert. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Outside Murray. That shot is off. Nice D from Ellis. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Sarr. Back to Daniels. Inside. And finished off by Sarr.
Yeah, easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And probably one of the least favored opponents to take on around the league, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they're so well coached. They're physical. They're aggressive defensively. They're monsters on that glass. They'll take something out of you.
For the Rockets, Brown's checked in for Ellis, and Black subbed in for Daniels. Now here's Bridges. Picked by Pirtle. And he makes it on the layup. Bridges has got 5 now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Butler passes to Sarr. Back to Butler. To the paint. Pirtle against Sarr. Pass to Champagny. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get off a shot. The shot from 20 feet out. Sarr misses.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Nifty move. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And the Wizards last season with the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Grant, second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, B.A., the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
The first one falls, and the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
Cornette's checked in for Champagny. No good on the second free throw, and it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. Rockets trail by 7. Butler with the ball. Give him 8 points now. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Miles Bridges.
Fearless play from Butler. Defenses should know he's going to try and draw a foul while shooting.
Richard, tough as nails. Jimmy Butler always takes the fight head on.
And lifts his team when it matters most. And look, he's not for everybody, but look, if it's about winning, he's exactly who you want on your side.
First free throw is good. It's both from the stripe.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Now here's Dosunmu. Butler covering. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Hurdle with a screen on Sarr. Shot clock at 5. It's picked off. Back comes Houston in transition. Brown against Monk. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Black. From deep. And another miss by Houston. And so it's Monk who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Leading by 5. Black outside. And here's Butler. Houston working the ball around. From deep, Sarr. Cassell with a rebound. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. And the basket by Monk.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Over to the wing. Now here's Cornet, covered by Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Butler with the jam.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Here's Cassell, Black defending to the middle. Here's Bridges. There's the block. Now here's Butler. He's covered closely.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Wizards leading by 3.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Monk. And stolen by Brown. Shoots over Monk. That's short off the rim. The Wizards have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Here's Cassell, guarded by Sarr. Here's Cassell, shot clock at 6. Yep, count it. Cassell's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Outside Brown. There's the 3. Rebound Washington. 56 seconds left in the first half. Bridges misses. Rockets trail by 5. Brown passes to Black. Yep, that one's good. 41 seconds left in the first half. Dosunmu, the pass to Pirtle. Here's Cassell. Back to Monk. Just 5 to shoot. Pirtle with a screen on Brown. Here's Monk. And it's Cornet with a rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Brown. Outside Butler. Oh, a special move before that shot. Now just a 1-point Wizard lead.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Wizards out in front, up by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Here's the shot. Almost had it. Give it up for the participants.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It has been one outstanding game from Jimmy Butler.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The Wizards with a lead. And so in the game for Washington, we've got Murray. Aaron Gordon is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Knipple, and it's Mitchell in at the 2-guard spot. And out of bounds, Houston will have it.
Houston ball.
The Rockets shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Here's the pick. Down low. Here's Edey, and another basket for Houston.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Murray passes to Gobert. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. That's 12 points for Rudy Gobert.
At the offensive end, Gobert isn't always this aggressive, so it's really good to see.
Butler on the wing, defended by Gordon. Gordon against Butler. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Gordon. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. It's a 1-point game. Gordon outside. Back to Murray. Stolen by Daniels. To the inside. It's stolen. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Mitchell against Butler. Outside Murray. 6 to shoot. Edey with a steal. Hart goes in. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Mitchell. Over Daniels. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Champagnie, he's checked in for Houston. Free throw good. Hart. Washington trailing. Murray scanning the floor. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Edey with a steal. Pass to Daniels. Now Black. Outside Hart. Five on the clock. Now Daniels for three. It's rebounded by Washington. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Knipple. Now here's Murray. Good work defensively by Black. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
The Wizards trail by 4. Outside Murray. Outside Mitchell. They kick it out to Murray. Stolen by Daniels. Pass to Champagny. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Black. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Daniels. The 3 from Mitchell. Murray from outside. The Wizards with another miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Wizards trail by 4. Here's Knipple. Still without a bucket. To stop the drought. Murray, no good. The Rockets have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Black. Fires the 3. Another shot. And the bucket is good from Edey in deep. Edey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Cornette's checked in for Edey. Sarr comes in for Hart. Brown's checked in for Champagny. And Ellis is subbed in for Black. And here's Monk. To the paint. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Pirtle, no good. The Rockets lead by 6. Now here's Daniels. No points yet. Ellis with it. Now guarded by Monk. Pass to Cornette on the wing. Daniels. Cornette sets a screen. Daniels misses. The Wizards trail by 6. It's Bridges on the wing, guarded by Sarr. Bridges passes to Monk. Washington moving the ball around. Pirtle finds Bridges to win the run. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Cornette. He's guarded by Bridges. Now Sarr. Here's Daniels. 3-pointer, no good. The Wizards shooting just 42% so far in the game. And it's blocked off his leg. It's being called a kick ball. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
DeSumo with it. Outside Monk. Picked by Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Richard, throughout his NBA career, Malik Monk has been known for his instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, but he's now shown he can also play in that lead role and distribute. Impressive to see a combo guard who can thrive in either role.
Monk drops them both.
A guy who loves to play at a quick pace. Monk's speed and tenacity can make him very difficult to guard.
Ellis passes to Brown. Sarr with a screen on Monk. Ellis off the mark there with a 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Monk. And it's rejected. And they're able to recover.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Cassell, covered by Daniels. Pass to Bridges. DeSumo outside, puts up a 3. And again, Washington, no good. The Rockets lead by 4. Ellis with it, now guarded by Monk. Shot's good by Sarr.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Brown finds Daniels. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Cassell passes to DeSumo. Outside Monk. Back to DeSumo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left wing. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Houston making a change here. Butler's checked in.
Number 10, Jimmy Butler.
Houston leading by 6. Pass to Cornette. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
And here's Houston. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Brown. .24 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Now Butler. Fades. And another basket for Houston.
Whether it's at the rim or in the mid-range, Butler believes he's going to beat his man each and every time.
Here's Cassell. Pass to Bridges from outside the arc. He's off on that one. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Rockets on top. They're up by 10. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Rockets lead by 10. Josh Hart is out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Keon Ellis. And it's Black in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Butler against Gordon. Fires for 3. The shot by Butler, no good. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Knipple. Outside Mitchell. Washington moving the ball around. Picked by Gobert. Looking to end this cold spell. Out to Gordon. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Black. Houston shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Pass to Butler. It's blocked by Gobert. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Hart. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 12. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Houston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Pass to Edey. Stolen by Mitchell. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Knipple. Outside Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Just electric.
And while Mitchell is about 6'3", his wingspan is 6'10". That's what helps him finish.
Butler passes to Black. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Gordon with a steal. And here they come. Pass to Knipple. It's stolen by Hart. Left side Butler. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Washington. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside. It's stolen by Hart. Black outside. Back to Hart. Outside Butler. Screen by Edey. 6 to shoot, and it's Butler off the drive. Sinks it from distance.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. He's checked in for Houston. Daniels comes in for Ellis. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Murray. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for Houston. Black passes to Daniels. Hart with a screen on Gordon. Pass to Hart. 4 on the clock. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
The main Houston ball.
Edie with a screen on Gordon. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Wizards trail by 13. Outside Murray. Pass to Mitchell. Down low. Gobert inside. Edie defends. And Zach Edie gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Outside Mitchell. Good work defensively by Black. The Rockets lead by 13. To the inside. Stolen by Mitchell. On the wing, Murray. Tries to break his ice. Rebounded by Champagny. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Edie, that's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Murray passes to Mitchell. To the middle. That's good from Knipple. On the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. And the Rockets with possession here. Black outside. Pass to Edie. On the wing, Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Back to Edie. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Pass to Hart. Back to Black. Hart with a screen on Murray. Here's Black. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
At the line for your Rockets. Black taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Champagny. And so he hits both. The Wizards trail by 13. Outside Mitchell. Mitchell showing some muscle.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Pass to Hart. Inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's Knipple. Butler covering. Washington moving the ball around. And he lobs it up. The punch from Gobert.
I mean, how do you stop Gobert on the slam? He's too big, rising up too fast. There's really nothing you can do.
Black outside. Here's Hart.
Washington foul. Chemical. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Houston, Josh Hart. 2 shots.
No good on that one. So it comes up empty at the line. The Wizards trail by 9. Gordon, and he slams it down.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
The Rockets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Butler. Shoots a 3. Edey. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Selfless play by Butler, using the pick and roll to move the defense and get his guy a good look.
That's their first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for 1. Edey.
That one misses for Edey. Wizards trail by 9. Now Mitchell. Now Gobert. Oh, the shot is off. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Butler up top. Getting crafty. Gobert pulls it down.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
A minute 35 left in the game. Now Black, hard outside. They set the screen. Driving inside. Edey. Yes! Using that window.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
That one's in there!
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
You have the camera on you. No thanks.
Checked in for Washington.
Checking in for the Wizards, number 27, Jamal Murray.
The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Butler! Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Edey. Oh, putting in work inside.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Yes, sir, it's good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Butler. Gordon with a steal. And so the Rockets take the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Zach Edey.